Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. Please push, click on subscribe and the like button, and share this with someone that you know that needs this information or how to increase their money or just to improve their life. Now, we're going to talk about don't hide your light. I like to give personal stories about things that have happened to me or other people around me to give examples which may really help you to understand more clearly what I'm saying or talking about. Okay? Okay. So this is about someone who always suppressed their light so that they wouldn't make other people feel uncomfortable. So let me explain what I mean by that. This person was a very spiritual person who had several spiritual gifts that were granted to her. Some people say she was a prophetess, and some people say she was, she was able to a healer, and she was clairvoyant. Just different gifts. That's what I mean by gifts. Like different things she could do. Very organized lady. And a lot of people around her in her family or friends were jealous of her because she had a lot of abilities that they wanted and didn't have. So when she felt someone was jealous of her, what she would do is would suppress her light. Okay, so let me specifically give you an example. Like, for instance, one day she was talking to a friend of hers, and she was saying that, how she was reading into somebody's life, prophesying in somebody's life, and the friend was saying, oh, I wish I could do that. I think I have that gift, and I could do that, and I could bring it out. I'm trying to bring that gift out of myself because I think I could do that. So my friend got quiet. That's what I mean by suppressing her life, and began to shrink into herself to allow her friend to talk about the abilities that she had and to let her light shine. She shrunk her own. Or she wouldn't talk about the things that she was capable of doing around people that couldn't do it, or around people who she knew were jealous, because it would make them feel bad or make them feel jealous of her, which would make them feel bad. So she would shrink her own abilities, shrink herself down more and more, not letting her light shine. This lady was a fantastic healer. She lay her hands on you and could heal. She healed a man once that had some type of problems with his groin for 20 years, had not worked. And this lady laid her hands on that man's body and healed him from a 20-year disease, whatever was going on with him. But one of her friends had said, or relative had said, "Oh, I wish no, I think she said, I know how to heal also, but I do it by herbs," or whatever her relatives was saying. So when she stopped telling her story about the man she healed, or not she healed, because all healing goes through God, so you know that, and just begin to listen to her relative. Again, letting her relative light shine and shrinking her own. So she knew if she talked about what she could do or what happened with her, with her abilities or with the blessings that God had given her, her relative would have been upset and jealous because she wanted the same gift. So she let her light decrease and decrease so that her relatives could shine. How many of you have been in that situation? That you make yourself small so that other people won't be jealous of you or so that your light can shine. She has this lady had a relative. One of the relatives, she was explaining something, whatever, but she's a very intelligent woman, and she was explaining something to one of her relatives. Her relative, this is true story. Her relative is a very educated woman with a college degree, and she was on the phone going like this, when the lady was talking, to block out what she was saying because she didn't want the lady's light to shine, showing her intelligentness. So she says, ah. I was flabbergasted because I'm thinking, what educated woman, or person would do something like that so they couldn't hear what you were saying. When she finished, she says, well, I was trying to explain to you whatever she was trying to explain. And the lady said, you don't have to explain anything to me. I already know about that. You think I don't know about that? I already know about that. So instead of her, I guess she got upset because the lady was trying to bring some more information about whatever conversation they were talking about. So one time, these are the two same ladies, the lady and the relative. She was she was getting her doctor's degree. So she says, oh, I'm getting my doctor's degree. Her relative cut her off and said, oh, I was getting my doctor's degree too. I could have got my doctor's degree. I only had one more hour to go, and I would have had my doctor's degree. You're not the only one having your doctor's degree. So what did the lady do? She got quiet in silence. Let her own light decrease and decrease so that her relatives could shine. Really, there was nothing to shine because the relative did not even have a doctor's degree. But she didn't want to hear any success that came from this lady. She didn't want to hear it. And she still doesn't want to hear any success that this lady has. But the lady used to shrink herself, not tell people of her success, not tell people of her achievements in life, because she didn't want to make people uncomfortable. Have you ever done this? Not let your light shine because you don't want to let other people feel uncomfortable. She was in a relationship once. She had a really, good, the lady, a really nice man and everything. Instead of, when you have a nice boyfriend or something, you want to tell everybody, oh, he's so good to me. You want to talk about it. But again, her family and some friends didn't want to hear it. So they would block her out or talk over her or whatever. And what would she do? Not tell about the wonderful relationship she just entered into. She would suppress it, keep it to herself, not let her light shine so that she wouldn't hurt anyone else or make them feel uncomfortable. But we all grow. So this lady eventually grew and realized what was going on because she didn't know that she wasn't allowing her light to shine. But eventually, you wake up. So she realized that and she stopped that. And so then she let her light shine. I didn't care, no matter. She realized that wasn't her issue. That was the other people's issue who had the jealousy problem. That's their issue. You should not. That is not your issue. That is someone else's issue. So don't go through life and suppress your light to make other people feel comfortable. Because half of the time they ain't got no light to shine and they ain't did nothing anyway. Half the time they haven't done one thing anyway. Everybody has a light, but you have to do something with your light for your light to shine. I mean, like, for instance, you can't be, let's say that you're you have great skills in doing a particular something. If you haven't done it, your light isn't shining. Nobody knows. Well, how is it shining? It's there. You can work on it and make yourself better and better and let your light shine. You know what I mean? You have to let your light shine. So the people that are jealous of you, everybody have light. But you have to do something with it. So the people that are jealous of you, they haven't let their light shine anywhere. They're so busy being jealous of whatever gifts it is you have that they can't even look at their own gifts to make them their self shine. So they don't have nothing to shine anyway because they ain't even paying attention to what's going on with them. I once told this lady one time, if you were not so looking at other people's light and being jealous of what they could do, then you would be able to find what your special calling was. You cannot be jealous of other people's light and think your light, well, your talent is going to come out shining. No, you're not going to even be able to see it because you're too focused on somebody else's. So think about that. If you've ever done this, think about it. Don't do it again. Don't suppress your light to make other people's look great and fantastic. You might have done this and didn't even know you were doing it. It wasn't even aware you were doing it. Just like, you know, how some people aren't like, and that's not braggadocious to let your light shine. If something good happens to you, you know, hey, you want to tell people about it. You're excited about it. Let your light shine about it. But sometimes if somebody else stand up and start talking over you or something, or talking about their issue, or you're on the phone with somebody and they're over talking you, a lot of times, what do? You might just be quiet. Okay, so that's still the same thing. You're suppressing your light to let the other person's light shine. Even again, if they ain't got no light to shine, whatever they talking about, you putting the spotlight on them at that time. Don't do that. When they finish saying whatever they're saying, then you can say, well, wait a minute, let me continue what I was saying. Or you could do, because some people have the belief that, oh, I'm not going to tell people my business, meaning I'm not going to let my light shine around them because that'll make them very jealous. Again, that's not your issue. That is their issue. Your issue is to let your light shine and let it shine bright. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. This is the Patricia Show. Do not forget to press subscribe and the like button. Have a good day.